Shirley, what's up? Let's see. All righty. Shirley, can you hear me? Give me a little thumbs up. I'm going to get the Whatnot stream started. Let me put a comment in for Facebook. People are coming in from Facebook. 1 second. Alrighty, cool. So there's the Whatnot link. We're going to be over there. And I'm going to be giving away 2 $50 Amazon cards on Whatnot tonight. So if you want to jump on over there, jump on over there. You'll get $15 credit if you haven't signed up before. Shirley, I know you're over there already. Joanne, how are you doing? But if you pop on over there, we're going to be doing demos on the new adapters and that. We've got all kinds of stuff growing. And we had a lot of stuff planned out. So by next week, this stuff's going to be like popping. It's going to be ready to harvest. So we're going to be going over that, all of this. Got a bunch of peas. Let's see, on Facebook, you can't see all the way down here, can you? Got a whole bunch of peas. I don't know if y'all were in here last night, but I was showing you guys these, and the lids were still on them. And the roots were barely showing. Look how much they grew in one day. And they started popping up, so I pulled the lids off of them. So these by next week are gonna, here's one that's a couple days older. And by next week, if I haven't harvested them, it'll be like that. Hannah, how are you doing? And Hannah, you were new to Whatnot, weren't you? I think it said first time buyer. Ava, how are you? Yeah, this is pretty cool. So we've got all of those growing. Let me get the Whatnot stream going. And we've got all kinds of, I got basil, radish, red cabbage, more tatsoi, broccoli, all kinds of stuff sprouted. So give me 1 second. I'm just over here. I'm not abandoning you guys. I just got to get my other camera going. I tried to put these in the same spot. So you guys on YouTube and Facebook, you want to get on over to Whatnot. We're going to be having those giveaways tonight. Almost got it started. I got to set the camera up. We not only show you how to turn down the volume. And Shirley's over there already. CJ. Let's see on my camera. I can turn this one down a little. Thank you for sharing the stream. Musara is there. Hummingbird, welcome in. Greetings. Becky. What is up, everyone? Getting everything set up here. Hey, Whatnot, you all remember last night? These were barely, they were still covered up and there was hardly any roots. Look how much roots grew in one day and they popped up over the top. So this is one of them. Somebody said when you uncover them, right? They'll tell you, they'll start pushing up on it just like that. So I came in this morning and just took all the lids off. See, this one's barely over the top there, but they'll push the lid up. And that's what most of them are like, about that big. So I've got a bunch more over here. There's about 16 of those. Yeah, see, they're all. That's just wild. They grow that fast. But this one takes a little while longer. Check out the red cabbage. That one looks pretty cool too. This one we did with one little layer of paper towel. How you doing? Everyone's popping in here. If you're new, say new. We'll tell you about microgreens a little bit. Whatnot. Hiya, Mike and everyone. Okay. Sunshine, what is up? You're going over to Whatnot. Tina Marie, welcome in, everyone. Yeah, you guys on Facebook and YouTube over on Whatnot, guys. Tonight, I've got sometime during the night, I've got 2 Amazon cards for $50 if you all want to do that. So I figure instead of having like a bunch of giveaways, because I got to pay like shipping on all of them, I figure I have a couple with a bigger price tonight. So if anybody wins, it'd be $50 if that's cool with y'all. Or do y'all like a bunch of little ones? What's up, Mill Creek? Are y'all following Mill Creek? Did y'all go over to the live stream? And thank y'all who go with me over there for a raid and that, especially after we're on for like 2 or 3 hours. And y'all go hang out over there. Y'all pretty cool. Sweet, very cool. Yes. Yeah, my finger not fast enough, I guess. Oh, your finger's not fast enough? Giveaways are too distracting. That's all right. You don't have to be in the giveaway. People like them. Love giveaways. And I will get one started. Give me 1 second. Just got my lights and shelf and everything else. Pizza jars. Cool deal. Hummingbird said we love giveaways. There's some people who are on Explain Adapters, please. I sure will. We'll get started. We're going to give people a chance to get in here. We're going to get a giveaway going. One second. Ain't no storms or anything today, so the internet should work a little bit better. Last week was a little rough. Who's that? Oh, growing Oklahoma. I can't concentrate on selling and giveaways. That's cool. I have a hard time concentrating on everything too. Must get my auction button fixed though. Surely your auction button is broken. Excited to be here. My first time in your, oh, welcome in, Growing Oklahoma. Do you sell here on Whatnot? Let's see. Just started. But if you're going to sell here on Whatnot, go ahead and say hey to everybody. No, sir, just an Oklahoma girl looking for plants. Awesome. Mike is one of those squirrel people who get easily distracted. Yeah, you notice that we were like all talking plants and that. All of a sudden we were talking about cookies last night, and then we were having cookie giveaways. All right, everyone's popping in. Let me find a giveaway. We'll get started with seeds. All right, there's a seed giveaway for y'all. Jump in there. YouTube, Facebook, I'll drop a link for y'all. Orlando, Florida. Cool deal. I'm up in North Florida. Guys, I washed a couple of bowls today, so I can do a couple more demos throughout the night. I'll get started with one real quick while everybody's piling in here. And let's see, we got 43 people over on YouTube and Facebook. That's the link. If you jump over to Whatnot, we're going to have giveaways all night, and twice during the night, we're going to have a $50 Amazon gift card. So if you want to jump in there, and if you go on over there, you can just sit for the night. There was a bunch of people who jumped over from Facebook and YouTube. And Michelle, how are you doing? Hello. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I think 14 people won giveaways last night and didn't buy anything. They just sat over there. That means that I picked up shipping and everything. So 14 people were just sitting here through the live stream and won seeds or won adapters. And I think couple of people in the big bag of seeds. If y'all like that, we'll do the big bag of seeds. Here's the thing we might do tonight too, guys. I've heard that from other sellers. Oh, about the giveaways being distracting? Everybody's different. My people love the giveaways. And you just gotta know how to run it. People are just there for the giveies. That's all right. That's all right. If people want to just sit here in the stream and not buy anything, that's all right, because they're going to sit here and listen. I do demos. I don't come on and just sell. A lot of those other people come on, and as soon as they come on, they start selling, and all they do is sell. We might talk for an hour before we even get to our first sale. And when we're talking, we're teaching people how to grow food. So if they want to sit here for an hour and just learn and win prizes, at the end of the day, all it means is that somebody learned how to grow some food, and I'm out a couple of bucks. So we like it. If 400 people want to sit in here and not buy anything, but they learn how to grow food, that would be awesome. And then there's going to be, this is like all social media, and this is what we're going to be teaching you guys. If people are like in the lifetime membership and we're getting that all squared away, that's one of the lessons too. Everyone tip this man. That's cool. People tip throughout the night growing in Oklahoma. We're not worried about it. There's a lot of generous people in here. Yeah. This is great inspiration to grow healthy food, and so easy. Yeah, that's what we figured. So we figure if you put a lot of good out into the world, then, hopefully it comes back, right? How do you do that? How do we do what, Shirley? That? They moved the tip button. Yeah, let's see. It's I think in a wallet or something. Briha! How are you doing? Welcome in. Loves that shares knowledge. Yep, we've been doing it for 10 years on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So, all right, so y'all getting in that giveaway? YouTube, Facebook, how y'all doing? Sounds awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. Our clay pebbles rocks. No, clay pebbles are extruded clay. And what they do is they're just kind of blown up like a volcanic rock. And they actually have little holes that force, and they absorb and retain moisture. So it's a little bit different from pea gravel. That's why I like using it for beginners, because it absorbs the moisture and it holds onto it, and the roots will actually grow into here. Whereas like gravel, it won't grow into the gravel, it'll grow around the gravel, right? And the gravel doesn't retain moisture. So a little bit different. Boost. It's under the boost. Giveaway or only on Whatnot? Sunshine, yeah, it's going to be over on Whatnot. I tried to do this on Facebook and YouTube yesterday. Noir Girl, congratulations. Who just tipped? Thank you, Noir Girl. Growing Oklahoma, thank you very much. You're awesome. And welcome in. Everybody say welcome in Growing Oklahoma. She said this is her first time in our stream. All right, so everybody's getting in. I'm going to start another giveaway. And when that's running, we're going to put together one of these self-watering adapters before the giveaway is over. Okay? What did we do it last night? Remember when Crumb City raided and somebody asked about it? There was 1 minute left in the giveaway, and we put it together in less than a minute, didn't we? Is there any way to prevent minerals on the clay pebbles? Now, you mean from the nutrients? Now, when you rinse them, though, you can put a little bit of vinegar in the water. Welcome to the madness. Exactly, Psycho Case. Welcome to the madness. Y'all want seeds or an adapter? Put 1 for seeds and 2 for an adapter. And I run it. You guys, look at all this stuff over here. First timer. Awesome. Welcome in. 1 seeds, 2 adapters. Oh, there's a bunch of 2s. I think the 2s might win. 2, 2, 2. All right, here. It's going to be an adapter. I'll do seeds next. All right. All right, so the adapter giveaway, if you guys are okay with this. The adapter giveaway is going to be a set of these, the deep and the shallow one, okay? Stino is coming. Say hello. She's the first timer. Okay, cool. Tell her, holler out when she's in here. Here, and we'll play. Y'all see our little demo going back here. All right, welcome in. It's for all the new people who are going to be popping in here. I'm going to put together one of these. And Susie's saying, welcome. My pebbles are getting white after a while in the growers. Yeah, that's just part of it. If you use the nutrients inside of here, see how that looks a little bit. It's not totally clear. When we clean it out, you can take it and soak it and put a little bit of vinegar in there. You have to clean out your pebbles if you want. What do you have growing in front of you? Right here, this is our tot soy, and that's part of what's in. That's one of these that are in here. We're always doing a tot soy. Guys, one time through the night, remind me, we'll give away a big bag instead of these little tiny bags, which are 1 portion. We'll give away a big bag of tot soy tonight, all right? Joanne told me all about it. Stano, congratulations. Welcome in. Good to have you here. And thank you, everyone, for sharing. All right, that giveaway, guys, is for a set of adapters. Is it not running? Whatnot's glitching. There it goes. All right, get in that giveaway. That's going to be for a set of our adapters. All right, and we'll show you a little demo on that. First, we're going to put together one of these, the self-watering microgreen growers. These are both I just got from the Dollar General or Dollar Tree. Coke bottle, 16.9, 20-ounce ones work. Also, 1 liter bottles. And this was a 1 liter water. It was an alkaline. Just kind of check them. A lot of them have the same lids. We'll actually use this on another bowl tonight. All right. We're going to get a pack of our tot soy, which is this right here. Right? I'm new here. How did I get in the giveaway? Lisa, there's a little box right up here. That way, guys. Which way, guys? And it says giveaway. Just click on it. And it'll say follow guest and enter, follow guest and enter giveaway, or it'll just say you're in the giveaway. I'm using Cocoa Match, my microgreen 1-year adapters, and keep it damp. It works. Awesome, Joanne. Thank you very much. I got some from Amazon on the way. So if people want to try that, y'all try that, because I've been using paper towel for all of these, but paper towel is really thin and it'll dry out pretty quick. And it's with paper towel. All right, guys, here's the demo with this. These are our clay pebbles. Ready? The nutrients that we're using, it's just this. General Hydroponics Maxi-Grow. And all we do is put 1 teaspoon per gallon. Just to say 1 to 2 teaspoons per gallon. Everything that I grow over here was just 1 teaspoon. When they get a little bigger, if you want to bump them up, you can. Basically, we're going to show you how to grow microgreens, which are, to this point, this one, If you know they're nutrient dense, you should be eating a lot of microgreens. The only things we like to grow them out a little bit bigger. This is about the size you will harvest microgreens, right? But we'll grow them even bigger than that into baby greens. All right, ready? What do you got? 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the giveaway. Here we go. We're gonna take your bottle, fill the nutrients up. All the way to the top. Guys, that was the hardest part. Here's the adapter. We've got different ones that fit different bottles. We'll show you that later. All right. Just like that. Just like that. That easy. Here's your clay pebbles. We'll fill it up about halfway. Now I'll explain that a little bit. I just want to put one together for y'all so you can see how quick it goes together. We'll explain why we're using that and how much you should put in there. This is just plain water, guys. Plain water. Here's a pack of our seeds. These are pre-portioned. Welcome in everybody that's new. Good to have you here. All right, one packet. One more little spritz. And I like to use a little foil. That was less than 2 minutes. Giveaway's not here yet, is it? We said 2 minutes to the giveaway. So we did that in less than 2 minutes. If you can do that, you can do all of this. Everything that's up here. It's just that quick. We got 29 seconds. That was a minute and a half with me running my mouth. Come in here the next day and kind of peek in. If it looks like it's dry, give it another little spritz, right? If it's still damp or you see condensation on here, don't do anything. Just leave it. 3 or 4 days, it's going to be pushing up on the lid like I was showing you with these. Here, I'll show you one over there. Here goes the giveaway. 8 seconds to the giveaway. See how that's pushing up on there? Here goes the giveaway. Mill Creek! Does everybody follow Mill Creek? Congratulations, Mill Creek. When they get like this, just pull the top off. All right? When they start pushing up on here, it's going to do the same thing. Just pull that off. And then it's basically just set it and forget it. How easy is that? The beginners feel like they can do something like that? All right, welcome in everyone. I will get the demo playing here. We got a 20-minute video we can play too if anybody needs. Let's see. My wife yelled at me because I was sorting seeds. 63 packets. Don't tell her I have. Ah! How quick do you usually start seeing growth? As far as growth like this, or just them germinating? Within 3 to 4 days, they're going to germinate. Different seeds, just kind of Google like each one. Tatsoi, stuff like the radish, guys. Just a couple days before we went live on Friday, I planted all of this stuff out. So all the peas, because I made a video and then I dropped the video, right? Here's radish. Here's one. Just a couple days. Okay, see, he's already pushing up on there, right? That's when you pull it off. So after the show, I'm going to go through all of our radish and I'll pull the tops off. If I got room, I will set it up here, but right now we don't have room, so we're going to harvest some of that, move things over. This is the only place I would like. All right. What'd you do, Mill Creek? Mill Creek bless the chat. Y'all say thank you, Mill Creek. Y'all go follow Mill Creek if you like mushrooms. This set of adapters is from Mill Creek Market, Pennsylvania. Ready, go. Getting that giveaway. I have 14 packets and I went out and bought garbanzo, black eyed peas, and Carol. Yeah, it's kind of tough when you guys start this, you're going to get addicted to it and you want all kinds of different things. Broccoli sprouts. What is a good height to harvest? First time. It all depends on you. Let me see. Like this, anytime they're about that big, you can go ahead and start harvesting them. Okay, see there's roots. So these are going to keep growing. So that's what we're doing. These, I've got a brand new batch that are in the deep ones. So they'll grow this big before they even peek over the top. And I'm going to try and grow them out even bigger. But microgreen, 7 to 10 days. So this one about another 4 or 5 days. And you can harvest. You can already just go ahead, if you don't mind, using more seeds, you can go ahead and just start clipping these right now if you want. You can do some of it or all of it. Already addicted to microgreens. I hear you, Janet. So basically, microgreen is just like a sprout. It's just grown up above the grow medium, whereas a sprout is just sprouted in a jar, and usually you just rinse it out. I like to harvest little baby microgreens. Thank you for their generosity. Noir Girl, what's the best beginner microgreen to try and grow? Tatsoi or bok choy, pak choy, either, all of those in the like Chinese cabbage family. I just bought a few things from your YouTube and excited to try the jar method. Awesome. Thank you very much. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys. So that was the adapter, the Coke bottle adapter. We've got ones that fit mason jars. This one's for a regular mouth mason jar. So you can set them up like that. You'll see that in one of these. This is where we plant them out. We take some of these plants. That's a bunch of kale microgreens. And that's bok choy right there. So we grow it out to full heads of bok choy. That's a bunch of basil, bok choy, just all kinds of greens. And that's when we plant them out in downspouts, just like that. That's where we got vertical. We go vertical to save on space. There's a bunch of milk jugs where we went vertical. We grew all of that in milk jugs just like this. I think it's 3 quarts. And here's a refillable one. I'll show you those. So that one fits a regular mouth. We've got one that fits a wide mouth. This one fits the wide mouth jars. We've got all kinds of stuff, and we're not even to the new ones that we grew all these microgreens with. This one has an adapter in the middle, so you get 2. Gloria, how are you doing? Ooh, I have a dehydrator. Awesome. And this fits your Gatorade ones. These are really tough compared to the Coke bottles. Now, besides just the Gatorade bottles, they also fit these big ones. So if you want to set something up like this, that'll work. Then you don't have to fill it up as much as you do when you have a little Coke bottle in there, right? I had a V8 bottle fitted too, Gold Peak Tea. A lot of these bottles have the same manufacturer. They just put their own label on. So a lot of them have the thing. So you just got to go down to juice aisle. You're going to find a lot of them that fit it. In fact, I think we'll go ahead and set one of these up later tonight if y'all want. We'll grow some more radish. I finally cleaned out this bowl. This is the one, if you watch that in a minute, we'll be setting up a bowl just like this. And if you guys remember, we grew pak choi so big you couldn't even see the bowl anymore. Here goes the giveaway. Nega. Congratulations. That was from Mill Creek Market. You got a set of adapters. Congratulations. Mega. Can you reuse the nutrient water if it's not cloudy? You can. It depends on how long you had your plants in there. If they were in there quite a while, it's probably, it might look okay, but there might not be any nutrients left in there. So you just gotta mess with it. That's what all of the hydroponic users, all the big hydroponic people, they have what you call an EC meter, and they can measure the dissolved solids inside of your water, and then they can adjust it. We're not doing any of that. So they measure the pH. They do pH up, pH down. I don't do that. Look at all these jars we have, guys. Look at all these different containers. If I had to check the pH and everything and keep adjusting it, I'd go nuts, right? And that's only in this little space. That's not counting like what we have outside. So we don't use any pumps, aerators. We don't use any kind of filters. We don't use any kind of meters. We make everything just as easy as can be. So let's see, you saw those adapters. What other adapter we have? The two refillable ones that you just saw. Okay, right there. You can watch me putting it together. That's that tray that I just showed you, that baking dish. I got that at a thrift shop for $1.99. Here's the refillable ones. This one's for your long neck bottles. Here we go. So you go ahead and set it up. That was in the video here too. And when this is done, if you want to grow it out to baby greens, then you can pull this out, refill it, and pop it back in. And you can go for another 3 or 4 days and just keep going so you can keep growing out to baby greens. This one fits our Coke bottle that we just used. Sorry, got another one here. So your little Coke bottle. If you got a bunch of these in your recycling bin and you don't know what to do with them, then this go ahead and works with that, and it makes it refillable too, so you can refill it, pop it back in. My goodness, everyone is so nice. This is an awesome community, Mega. Everybody's so cool. I got several other microgreens too, but look at you remembering the details. Quick question: is it necessary to rinse the seeds in citric acid when you first get the seeds, or any time at all in the process? Is it necessary? No, nothing's necessary. You can if you want. A lot of people do. But you see me, I'm not rinsing anything. All the stuff that you see me grow, just like what you just saw me do right here a couple of minutes ago, that's how I did all of this. So some people, your sunflower seeds, the peas, you know, they'll go over and they'll soak them in a little hydrogen peroxide solution, citric acid, different things. I don't do it. I'm trying to do it the easiest way possible. The long neck bottle is the one that I use on my cocoa mats. I can hold in the middle of the cocoa mat. Awesome, Joanne. Thank you. But yeah, if you want to, just like if you want to get a meter and check and adjust, you can. This is on my YouTube channel, right? So I did it like this. And we take the plants out. Look, guys. These guys are kind of big. Pull out one that's not so big. You don't want to wait till they're like really, really big to pull them out. Not too many roots came on there, but we just get this. We put in a pool noodle. Hey, this is just a slice of a pool noodle. Right? We cut a little chunk out, just like Pac-Man. Put that in there. And see, you can see through it a little. You want that. You don't want it to be where there's like no gap at all, because you'll be squashing your plant. And I usually put 3 or 4 of these in at a time, because you can always thin them out a little bit later. But this is all we do. Fill this up with nutrient solution. Depends on how big. Like this one's really big, so you can fill this between 1/2 and 3/4. Sometimes we start with little tiny plants. I mean, we'll start with like little, that one's kind of long. Let's find a little tiny one. Believe it or not, I've done this before. I've gotten the plants when they're only that big. Just as long as they're bigger than the pool noodle. Now I'll put them in there where the roots are coming out the bottom like that. So I would even do them like this. And when you put them in like this, they'll go for over a month. You won't have to do anything to them. Basically, all you do is fill this up with your nutrient solution, put that in there like that, and then just leave it. And that's what you saw on here in between when I'm showing what we're growing outside in the downspouts, just like that. So if you guys got any questions about that, it's on my YouTube channel. I've been doing this for like about 10 years. And anything you buy tonight, I have a little sticker. I put this one on a card. You can put it on a notebook, your refrigerator, or anything. It's got a little QR code here. You scan that, and it goes to the YouTube channel. It's got like dozens of videos on this. Then it also has videos on the downspouts. It's got videos on how to set up a tower garden. We set up a tower garden made out of 5-gallon buckets with no pumps, no aeration. Costs about $10. We got the buckets at Firehouse Subs. And we grew a bunch of stuff. We had kale, lettuces, basil. We had a tower full of basil. So this goes to that. Sometimes we grow too much. You even have to share with neighbors. Yeah. Do you sell the downspouts or instruct? No, I don't. I don't sell them. The instructions are on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is click this right here. This over here is my Amazon shop. That's where you can find more of the nutrients and clay pebbles and all of that. And then there'll be my email down at the bottom. So if you buy anything, this will be inside of your package. And you can just email me if you have any problems. He used to. Yeah, I did back during lockdown, and it actually got us through. So we're really appreciative of that. If you're just eating the sprouts, just water. Or if you're growing them out, use nutrients. There you go. Psycho case is on the case. Guys, there's no giveaway running. Hey, there we go. How to prevent the water from getting nasty during the summer. I don't worry about it. Do we need to be concerned about non-food grade containers? That, Joellen, that's a personal choice. So everybody just has to figure it out for themselves, do their own research in that. I'm not going to make recommendations to anyone. I look at all the farmers who are using Google plastic sheet mulch in agricultural farming, and look how much plastic they're using. They cover the fields with plastic. And I've shown some pictures on Facebook, YouTube. The fields are like covered with plastic. They use it as weed prevention. Saves them money because it's just covering up so they don't have to use weeds. And then one thing is they don't have to spray pesticides, but they're covering the field with plastic. But then people asking about us growing in a plastic bucket. So all the irrigation is coming through plastic. Nursery trays are plastic. So it's pretty much tough to even get away unless you're just growing stuff in your backyard and just eating it like that. And the water, if you don't want this to get algae, all you have to do is cover it up with like a black sock, black pantyhose. I was in the thrift shop, and they were looking at me funny because I was in the ladies section where the leggings are, the exercise, and I grabbed a bunch. I found some that were like somebody that was like petite, and then you can cut the legs off of those. You get about 2 or 3 out of each leg, and you can cover these up. I grew in the big apple cider jugs, with the handle on it, and I got big leggings, covered those up. That works good. Love your shows. Thank you, Thrift. Thank you very much. What is your YouTube channel? Right up here. Keep on growing, or there. Keep on growing. It's spaced out. Keep on and growing. Sell seeds or where to get in bulk. I get mine at most of them at True Leaf Market, and it's on here. You can see. So if I get it somewhere else, when you get this, it'll have it on there. But most of mine are True Leaf Market. I've been using them for almost 10 years. Excellent germination rates, great customer service, great prices. So we're going to be giving away a bunch of seeds tonight. There you go, True Leaf Market. In fact, what do we got? Giveaway seeds number 2. Let's do this because I got some boxes. Let's do this for number 3. Y'all like the peas? Who's growing peas already? And if you like the pea shoots, like this one right here. Carol says I am. Me. You like it? Easy, right? Look, right here, pea shoots. We're going to do this. This is all you do. Look, guys. If you start a business, you can sell this to the chefs. They pay big money for that. See the little tendrils in that? That's what they like. Just like that. The top little portion, the real tender. And as you get down farther, it starts to get tough. So you don't really want to go too much farther than that. But up here, it's like really tender. See that? Tastes like peas. All right, this will be the next giveaway. And guys, if you're new here, you will find we do a lot of giveaways. We have a lot of giveaways in that before we even sell anything. All right, Speckle Pea. YouTube and Facebook, how y'all hanging in over there? Let me drop the link. Yes, no, yo. Hey, bro, I've been watching your channel since you came out with the gutter. Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. Here you go. Y'all jump over to Whatnot. That's where the giveaways are at. And we're going to give away a big bag of peas in just a second here. You guys want a bag of peas? Arugula, Stunnies, broccoli. That's a lot of stuff that we have right here right now. Sunshine, that's good stuff. All right, here goes the winner. You got Marty. Congratulations. Marty, are you new? If you are, welcome in. Phyllis, thank you for the tip. Phyllis, you rock. Thank you very much. Here's Speckle Peas, guys. This right here, look, that's all of these right here. If you watch that video I just dropped on YouTube or Facebook, when you saw me replanting them, that's these right here. That's on that video. And you remember last night, there was hardly any roots on those, right? And then we had tops on these, right? See, they're up above there already, just from last night. That's these right here. Speckle peas. I get in that giveaway. Speckle peas, number 3. You know what I might do tonight? You know how we've been doing? We've been selling like the adapter and like an assortment of seeds or whatever. Maybe we'll do the adapter tonight and have like a big bag of seeds with them or something. tatsoi, broccoli, arugula, something like that. Would that be fun? Something different, right? Every year I tell myself, don't grow peas and you won't eat them. What do I do? I grow them and save the seed and grow them again next year. You're stuck in the cycle. Yeah, that's cool. All right, lots of peas. Yeah, keep track of everything. Number 3, right? Giveaway seed. And guys, we're going to have a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway in a little while. All right, so stick around for that. This is a big bunch of peas. We might be doing big bags of seeds with our adapters and that tonight. Now, do I have to explain this one, or has everybody kind of know how we do these, or do we got new people who need a little bit of an explanation? Or I can run a video too. I'm new. Destiny, do you need a little explanation? How was that video yesterday, guys? New people. How was the explanation when we had the video playing at the bottom? It was like a 20-minute video. Did that help out? Or should I just explain to people? Good video? Awesome. Worked great. All right, new people. I might put up a video. It's just 20 minutes, and it explains. It's going to show you guys all of this. Right here, I had all this, half of the shelf filled with peas. We harvested it. So you're going to see me harvest. You're going to see how quick we can harvest it, clean them out, replant them. And the one that you see in the video is all of these right here, right? This is all the ones that you see in the video. And then I replanted a bunch of other stuff. And then it's going to show you some with a shallow one. I think I've got those over here. We've got these started up. It's going to show you guys how to do all of this. We'll do that. We'll have a couple of giveaways when that's playing. And then maybe right at the end of it, we'll have the $50 giveaway too. Would that be cool? Haven't got to watch a video. Alrighty, cool. Let me get the video going. We're at 2 minutes. Let me see if I can get it before that. We're going to pause this so that way the echo and stuff with both the sounds going on doesn't mess things up. Alrighty, guys, and you tell me if there's any sound on it, okay? Any sound? Can I buy just the rings for the other purchases? Yeah, Deborah? No, okay. How about now? Yes. Alrighty, so that'll play. We're going to keep giveaways going through it. At the end of it, we're going to have a $50 giveaway. And then we'll get started with auctions. Someone was just asking about the rings. How's that? Is that still too loud? These are made from white mount mason jars. And even though they all look the same, they're slightly different. We made the microgreen drawers to fit one jar exactly. They wouldn't fit all the others. So we scale the size to fit a wide variety of jars. Some of them sit on top of the rim of the glass, while others slide into the rim. Either one of them. We've got a lot of them drawn back here just like that. Back this microgreen right here. it doesn't fall into the jar, it's going to work. Now, these people were worried about that, so we made what we call an adjustment ring. That just fits around your cup, so that it'll sit on top of it just like that. Also, if you kept the ring without the lid, most of those would fit just like that too. Just not a problem. Towards the end of the video, we'll show you how to get your adjustment rings. All the white mouth jars work the same. Ball making jar sits on the lid, while this generic one slides down in it. All you need to do is put your ring on there. Works just fine. The larger jar, the generic one, fits great, while the ball making jar sliding in there. But with the ring, no problem. So we'll put those to the side, and we'll plant those out after we get done with these pea shoots. Now, last night, I went and took some speckled peas, about that much, filled the jar up with water. This morning, I swelled up about that much. I drained them, they're ready to go. We're going to set this one back here. And let's get some potatoes. What I love about pea shoots is that we're only going to harvest the top 3 or 4 inches. But we can let the seed grow with water, no nutrients. You can actually harvest them when they're about that size, maybe even a little smaller. That's when the leaves are coming in. You've got all these neat little tendrils. Tastes like peas, nutritious, and easy to grow. So we're just going to go through all of these. We've got one little space, 4 jars across, 4 jars deep. So we've got 16 jars right here. That's how easy it is. Strap them all together. Pair of scissors. Just like that. Got a whole handful of delicious, nutritious pea shoots. I put the rest of this in my compost. Some people feed it to their chickens or other livestock. Let's see how easy this is. Got the jar. It's going to be easy to clean out. Then go in the dishwasher. These want to just skin water. A little warm surface water will do. You skin the bioplastic and get your hot to warm. A lot of people ask me about eating fruit. Personally, I don't do it. And it's been sitting in water for about a week. I don't really suggest it. But if you want to feed it to your chickens and that, it's probably all right. Just get a sharp knife. Comes off that easy. Now you can see the secret of how these are grown. Comes out. It's going to be easy to clean up, right? Right here, I want to show you. The way I'm going to show you to plant this will keep this all dry. Notice there's no moisture in here, there's no mold, no mildew. It's growing just fine. In fact, these peas are starting to dry up. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're giving pea shoots energy. They're not sitting up there getting all pushy and smelly. Let me show you how we did that. When we plant these out, I'm going to show you the secret is keeping the water away from the microgreen grower. We can go through and harvest these, and we'll talk about that. here, about running out of room. But as you can see, all these wonderful pea shoots, easy to grow. Pretty much just set it and forget it. So this saves you a lot of time, energy, and money. All right. This goes in our compost. So your compost is, or you do chicken, you're not really wasting anything. Plus, you didn't spend anything extra on it, just water and no nutrients at all. So, free organic material. Look at all these lovely pea shoots that you got just that one little space right up there. Just loads of them. Kids would love that. With all these little tendrils coming out. Kids like this. Tastes like peas. This made it look like a lot, but Ian West. Let's see what we got. Got 1 pound and a half an ounce. Let's see. That container is 66 grams. We're at 456 grams. So 400 grams of awesome, nutritious, all in that one little space. Just about a pound. I'll give you just a second to clean up. We'll get these jars out of the way. I'll wash them in a second. I've got a new case over here. We're going to plant them out. If you thought harvesting them was easy, wait to see how easy it is to set it up. All right, we just harvested 16. We're going to set up 12 of them. Get that space. First, we're going to take the lids off. Hold on to those. I'm doing 12. You can start off with like 2, 4. Until you get the hang of it. Right from the beginning, we're not even going to put water in the jars yet. As you can see, it's the bar making jars, and it's slipped down into there a little bit. So if that bothers you, go ahead and use these rings. Right. Now all you're going to do is take our peas that we soak overnight, drain them. Now we're just going to pour a little bit into each one. Basically what we want is a double layer. So you don't want it too deep. You can do just a single layer, but to maximize it, kind of two layers in there like that. And I'll plan out a few more when we're done. What I like to do is give it one little spritz of water. Cover it up. And just cover it up. Now, you don't need to screw the lid on. Basically, just set that on and keep moisture in. I just put the ring on it like that. It really is that easy. Now, all we're going to do for the first couple of days is come in and check on them. Take them out. Now you can either take it to the sink and gently rinse it. You don't want the peas to move around, so don't turn the faucet on really hard. Gently rinse it. What I like to do is, I'm out here where there's no sink. I just take my clean water, Just spray it. Just spray it a lot. You want to spray it enough. You want to spray it enough. See water coming out of it. Okay. That way you don't disturb the bees. They get moisture they need.